Hi everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. Alright, we are starting off with Three of Cups. Also, for any of you guys that like to watch the beginning of the month, mid-month, we are going to begin the June mid-month readings starting tomorrow. I should be publishing like at minimum 3 signs per day, possibly 4. We'll see how it goes. Okay, Three of Cups and the Emperor. Okay, what this is looking like is that starting with Three of Cups shows there being a time when things are coming together, so you can feel like you're getting to connect with someone or you're getting to connect with people. These would be people that would be important to you within your life, or a person that's important to you within your life. And it seems like this type of support, like, you know when you're going through something, because I'm seeing Three of Swords here be connected with your energy. You know when you're going through something that feels challenging and there's somebody that you connect with and you feel like at ease after, or like things don't feel so heavy or as heavy as they did before, or there can be a feeling of like, wow, I feel connected, or I feel understood in a way that it just makes this lighter for me, or it's gonna allow me to process this and conclude it. Because having Three of Swords lead to the Death card shows that there can be something that's difficult that's been being dealt with that feels like the elephant in the room, having it be next to the Emperor. And having the Death card means that this thing is ending. So whatever it was that was going on with the Three of Swords, where there can be pain involved, something hurtful could have happened, or there just could have been a time that was feeling stressful or just difficult emotionally and mentally. Death card means like this is gonna full stop be coming to an end. Three of Cups is feeling like because of things coming together, this can be you making up with someone, or it can be like I'm going through this over here, but like my people over here, it's helping support me go through this. Having Emperor and Death, this is Aries and Scorpio so far. I'm seeing something feel like settling down or more peaceful than it had been. I feel like in you connecting, Three of Cups can be a person or it can be multiple people. So whatever this situation was where you were connecting like heart to heart, doing something that felt like you got to participate or you were being seen and you were sharing that space with someone or with other people, it feels like it allows you to then relax. So it can be something that feels grounding to you, or it can feel like it's settling things for you. And it also feels like there's something about things helping you articulate or process how you feel. And I'm wondering too if some of you, like the connecting in some way or feeling supported in some way, or like reaching out to someone or people that are important to you, that thing happened. And then having Emperor and Knight of Cups feels like, so now that this happened and I feel okay on this end, where I feel like I can do this or I can handle this difficult thing that's in front of me, I now know what to do moving forward. And it feels like you're going to address something that you may be like, I don't want this to keep going on. So you could be putting something to an end here. You can be saying that, and this can be something where it's like, this thing has really been hurting me, or apologizing for something. There can be a lot of stuff, whatever it is, it's surrounding some type of painful situation. This is definitely coming to an end. I'm seeing Justice on the bottom of the deck, which is like doing the right thing, allowing things to come to an end. That means taking accountability, being accountable, taking responsibility. Four of Swords is I'm taking time to center myself. I'm taking care of myself. I'm checking in with my mental health. Knight of Cups is, now that I'm grounded from the Four of Swords, I'm going to be able to clearly express myself and how I'm feeling. And Ten of Swords is like, and that will now allow this situation to come to an end. So we're not going to keep doing this anymore. So whatever was happening with the Three of Swords, that can be some type of like painful situation that was continuing. Ten of Swords is like, this is done now, this is over now. So this cycle is closing out. And then I'm seeing the Death card come after this, which means that there's going to be a big shift. And you can also feel like something is majorly coming to an end now because of this. Death card isn't going to feel like a little thing coming to an end. It's going to feel like a big thing coming to an end. Because Death card, the major arcana are going to feel like big areas of your life, important areas of your life, significant to the present moment that you're in. So this is something that, like, even looking back, you can be like, I remember that time. It's going to be that. It's not going to feel trivial to you. I get the vibe of just wanting the pain to be over when it feels like it's unnecessary at a point. Like, I don't feel the need to keep continuing with this cycle in this way. I do want to close it out. So that's what I'm getting from Three of Swords and Ten of Swords. But this can also be something that like had already happened, where it's like what started this in the first place had already happened, but now getting to a place where it's like, and I'm closing the cycle out too. So it could have been elongated in some way, and there can be a final closing out that's happening. We are ending with Death card and Eight of Cups, and having these two cards here, Death is when you're like, okay, I'm ready to shed this, I'm ready to surrender this, I don't want to play that game anymore. So it's like, I'm not going to play that game. It's not like taking a break from the field and then you're going to go back on. This is like, the season is over. Having Eight of Cups then puts you in a position where you're looking around and asking yourself where you're being called, because you're looking for a sense of connection. You can be looking for something deeper as well. And now that this thing is closing out, you can feel like that deeper thing can really be found now. Quickly, I'm seeing Eight of Wands. This means that whatever this is that you're looking for, it's not going to take long to connect with it. Like, it's not going to be something you're chasing after and can't grasp. This feels like it's going to materialize quickly. You can feel too that you're moving into a space where you're more openly expressing yourself. And maybe that was something that wasn't necessarily happening before. Like, maybe you needed some type of reassurance or like confidence in yourself and like what you were feeling. Because you could have gotten to a place where you were like, I need to approach this like it's a serious thing. Having the Emperor here, it's you being like, I'm taking this seriously as I'm moving through this cycle. Not in an uptight type of way, but in a way where you're not doing things mindlessly. This is a mindful way to move through something and a mindful way to express yourself as well, because it's connected with the Knight of Cups. So this is like, I know what my heart is telling me, and I'm also aware of like what my actions are going to do too, because the Emperor will be aware of that. So it's you in a state of mind where you're mindful of what you're doing, and you're not going to do something and then be like, oh, I didn't really think about that. Why did I do that? Or like, that affected things like this, and I wasn't even thinking. It's not like that. This is one where you're going to really be paying attention to what you're doing here. It's gonna feel like a win to close this aspect of the cycle out. It's whatever had been going on. When I say close the cycle out, I'm specifically talking about what had been lingering that was painful, that needed to properly be addressed so it could be closed out. So this could be something that was lingering, something that was continuing, something that like wasn't being addressed but was still being felt. So there maybe a talk was needed, or like making up your mind about this, that I don't want to keep doing things in this way, like that sort of thing. And I'm also seeing the Chariot here too, which shows that it may have been a challenge to close this cycle out. Especially when Three of Swords is involved, it can make things complicated because it's like your defense mechanisms are popping up. Like you may want to shut down, you may not want to be vulnerable, you know, like all of these things that can happen when we're feeling hurt. Something is going on and we're feeling impacted by things. So Ten of Swords feels like a feat in and of itself. But this is to have things be better for you, because what was happening in the past cycle was that there was like a lacking. So you could have felt like I'm trying to connect and I'm not able to, like I'm looking for something deeper and I'm not going to find it this way. So that can be the realization of like, oh, I'm not going to find it this way. So if I close this out, I'm getting closer to that deeper sense of connection that I'm looking for. Internal alignment. Okay. Starting with Three of Cups is feeling very much like you can now be working with somebody. Three of Cups can be reconciling with someone, or it can be like we hung out and now things are good again. It can be a feeling where you feel connected, where you feel seen. It's a card that is a jovial type of card, and one that's also representative of a deeper emotional connection and also presence. And it can feel, I get something feeling like pleasant from this Three of Cups. And then ending with the Three of Pentacles can be like, now that we connected emotionally, or now that we're seeing eye to eye, or now that we expressed ourselves, or now that we connected, we're able to listen, we're able to talk, to communicate, to collaborate, to work with one another. Because Three of Pentacles is going to be an energy where if nobody wants to hear anybody else out, you're not going to get anywhere. And you can feel like you're in a situation where something is being worked on, where something is being worked out. And so cooperation is really necessary. But it feels like the emotional component had to happen first in order for then the practical aspect of this to take place. Meaning, if you feel like there's a disconnection emotionally, where you're like, this person doesn't see me, or they don't understand me, or we're not understanding each other, then you don't want to work with them on practical stuff, because it's like you still don't feel seen or validated emotionally. So it's like the internal stuff has to be expressed and connected first, and then I'm seeing that opens up into a space where it's like, okay, like let's work on things now, let's do things now, because it feels like things are better, like we're friends again. Like regardless of what type of relationship this is, Three of Cups is going to be that like harmonious, friendly type of vibe, even if there are other aspects to the relationship. It's just like person to person is Three of Cups, or like being to being. And then having Three of Pentacles is like, okay, because you listen to me and because I feel validated now, or I feel seen, or I feel like we're resonating in a similar space, or there's like this compatibility felt once again, or we feel connected once again, now we can like work together and figure things out. Having Eight of Wands and having the Death card shows that you are going straight into the closing out of a painful chapter that is now like officially closing out. So if you've been going through something difficult with someone in some type of, can be a social situation, interpersonal relationship, anything of the sort, if you've been going through that, this means that it's going to be coming to a final close if you're not there already. and that what's being worked on with you and this person or you and these people is a deeper sense of connection and a deeper sense of fulfillment, because it looks like that also wasn't happening in the past either, in this past cycle. I do get this feeling of like things being right again. And you can feel like back to being yourself, maybe in a way where you were trying to find yourself through this process, and now you've gotten to a point where you're like, I understand now, or I'm seeing things now, or like I know what to do or how to move through this, or I feel connected to this once again, like that type of thing. I think this cycle was really difficult to close out because of trying to figure things out. Like it may not have been so straightforward, because I'm seeing something be challenging specifically about like how does this get resolved enough to actually like shut the chapter. Something could have been continuing to keep it open for some reason. So I'm seeing like that part be difficult. Like it was actually the ending of this that was the most challenging part. But I'm seeing it be accomplished here. And I'm seeing things change very drastically after this. So you're going to feel like you're not going back into the same scenario. You're going like moving forward into a different circumstance is what I'm seeing. And it's one where it feels like there can even be more of a sense of satisfaction working together, whereas maybe before with the Three of Pentacles, you could have been like trying to hear somebody out or trying to resolve something. I'm getting ringing in my ear. 1706. If you look that up, it can give you more insight as to what this is about. What could have been happening before is that you could have been trying to work with someone or like figure something out with them, and you could have felt like it just was not cutting it for you. Like it wasn't doing it for you. You could have felt uninspired. You could have been like questioning why you were doing it. Now I'm seeing you be in a space where it feels like you're going to find what you're looking for in working things through, is what I'm seeing. But you were not feeling like that before. I get this feeling again of you being in a space where you're like, I'm feeling like myself in a way that I wasn't feeling before too, and that also being important. Aries, Scorpio, the Sun, and Cancer. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.